Hey everyone, Sojan here. I have a Game Boy Advance here. I'm going to be taking this and turning it into this. Let's get started. So I have here an old Game Boy Advance pink handheld that was given to me by my friend Kyle, who said it belonged to his ex-girlfriend from 10 years ago. She never came back to get it, so he ended up keeping it and sold it to me for about $20. As you can see, it's not in the greatest condition as it has some burn marks and does not have a rear battery cover. However, it still looks pretty good and it does play games, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in here Dragon Ball Z, Legacy of Goku 2. As you can see, it is the original one where it does not have a backlight screen, but we will be taking care of that in today's video with a new aluminum shell by Boxy Pixel. So let's go ahead and show that off. Now, before I go ahead and show you guys the aluminum shell and everything else that Boxy Pixel has sent me, including anything else additional that I have purchased separately, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my other Game Boy Advance that I modded with the AGS 101 screen. This one was a simple mod. I will be leaving a link to the video in the description below that I modified this. I think it was over like 3 to 4 years ago. It's been a long time. There's nothing else done to it as far as brightness mods or rechargeable batteries or anything like that. Just simple rechargeable AA's that you can easily charge separate from this handheld. But I am very happy with this. However, I'm going to be doing something much more premium for this video. So I have here a package with pretty much everything I need for this mod. It is going to be an IPS screen mod. I have the IPS screen here as well as the ribbon cable for that. It is considered very fragile and I do not want to break that, so also came with a glass screen protector or an actual glass lens, which is going to look amazing with the final product. I have here the aluminum shell itself, which is the second iteration, because the first iteration that they made did not have these notches here, which allow you to plug in additional things like the GameCube plugin, so you could be able to play games like Four Swords Adventures for the GameCube, which I definitely look forward to using this with that. So this is pretty awesome. It has the logo itself on the back for Boxy Pixel. It feels cold and heavy, which is nice. These little grips right here on the sides that normally were separate plastics on the older shells are actually all in one, so it's 2 shells, nothing more than that. Of course, we got the Boxy Pixel sticker. I am not sponsored by them, but they are a small company and I definitely show my support to them. I have a 3D printed bracket here for a USB-C plug-in that will go in here. I have these specially machined screws that you absolutely have to use for this mod. Do not use any other screws or you will mess up the mod. I also got these brass buttons here, including the USB-C board itself. We'll get to that later on. And this right here is supposed to help with the voltage, like a voltage regulator, I guess. An extra set of screws just in case if I lose any. These batteries here I've had for a long time. These were actually originally for OG PS4 controllers. So with that, I'm going to be using these for this mod. Each of them are 1800 milliamps. Together, it will create 3600 milliamps. So it's going to be pretty hefty battery for that. So, alright, so what I'm going to first do is I'm going to go ahead and open up the original Game Boy Advance. What you're going to need for this is 2 sets of screwdrivers. One is going to be a tri-wing screwdriver as well as a Phillips head screwdriver. If you do not have these, go ahead and search for those on Amazon. I'll do my best to leave links in the description below for every single one of these products, so that way you don't have to search for them. But if for any reason it's not there, or you can't find it through the link because the link being broken or something, just type in tri-wing screwdrivers and you'll be good to go for this mod. Let's go ahead and get started with opening this up. You'll of course want to turn it off, take out any games, take out all batteries. So what we have here is 6 tri-wing screws and 1 Phillips head screw right there before we can get into the shell. Alright, so once you have all 7 screws out, all you need to do is just grab it like this and just carefully pull it off. It should come right off with no problems, but just be careful so that way nothing goes flying. There we go. And now what we have inside here are 1 screw right over here to the left and 2 screws on the right. So 3 screws total. They look pretty rusted. I can tell that this Game Boy Advance has never been opened before, so it definitely will need a lot of cleaning up, but that's okay. We have a solution for that, which I will go over shortly. First, you're going to want to take out the L and R buttons, take out the plastic borders here on the side, use a Phillips head screwdriver. I would recommend one with a tip like this where it's a little thicker. You definitely don't want to use a smaller one like this one, as you can possibly strip those screws. So you definitely don't want to lose your plastic power switch here. Just make sure to set it to the side somewhere safe. So next step here, with your fingernails, or you can use flathead screwdriver or a small screwdriver like this, it doesn't matter. You're going to want to lift up these plastic latches right here, just like so. You're going to do the right and the left one, or left and right, doesn't matter. And then you're going to want to carefully lift up the board itself, open it up like a book coming out this way, and then it should come right out. For this mod, I'll be reusing the rubber membranes, including the buttons, but if for any reason you want to take this screen out, I highly recommend using a blow dryer, so that way it'll weaken the glue and then you can take it out. I would recommend also like just bending it slightly like this, the actual shell itself, and just start lifting up on the corners. Just carefully take it out. But like I said, I'm just going to keep it all together like that and just store it away. So as you can see, I covered the entire, or at least the majority of the back of the screen. The goal is to make sure that the ribbon wire stays down so that it doesn't go anywhere. Now you do have an optional thing that you could do, which is you can solder on these points, L and R buttons, select and ground, in order to change the brightness levels of the screen. Now that that is prepped, what we're going to do here is desolder these battery metal pieces, as we will not be using those anymore, and we will be using this here. I'm going to go ahead and silently do some soldering to all this stuff, as it is tedious work. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Okay, so one important thing I almost forgot about is you want to make sure to take the old LED lead pipe here, just like plastic right here, from your old shell, and go ahead and put it in the new one, as that will give you the LED indicator when the battery is low. So you definitely don't want to lose that, especially if you didn't order a new one like I didn't. So all you're gonna do is just transfer all this stuff over, your buttons and so on. As long as you took out the battery contacts on this, you should be good. Go ahead and carefully place that into the shell. If it's easier for you, which I'm more than likely going to be doing here, you can go ahead and bend this over just a little bit, the ribbon wire. Make sure to fully connect it into the Game Boy Advance itself. Connect it just like so, all the way in. Make sure to push those gray tabs down all the way. Once you have a secure connection, you should be good to go on dropping it in. So what you're going to want to do here is take the white end of the diode and you're going to want to put it through the hole that says out plus. These are labeled, so it's pretty easy to see. You'll put it through there, and then what you'll do is you'll add some solder and solder it into place. We can now take this here, place it in. You're going to want to put it in here like so on these screw holes here. You're basically going to take these shorter screws, which they give you plenty just in case if you lose any. You want to take at least 2 out, and you're going to put 1 on each side to ensure that this stays down. Every screw that we're going to be putting down at this point is going to be Phillips head. A little something I forgot to add completely to this video, kind of almost skipped over it. You're going to want to make sure to get yourself a red and black wire here, like so, which should come with your soldering kit. Just go ahead and trim those. It basically gives you 2 wires like so. You're going to want to use a wire cutter or a wire stripper like this right here, where it shows some sharp edges right there. You want to carefully just take that, kind of slightly grip it, revealing the bare wires like so. You're basically going to want to take one end of each wire and solder them to the front of the board, then close it and bring them out towards the back. You're basically going to take the red positive wire and you're going to go ahead and solder it to the other end of the diode. Once you do so, you're going to pre-tin all the different pads between out plus and out minus with some solder. So the negative wire, the black wire, will be on the outermost part where it says out negative. And then the 2 inner wires are basically going to have your lithium ion battery, where you're basically going to solder the black wire on the inner part next to the black wire, and then the red one on the other side. So let's go ahead and see the final product. This mod isn't for everyone, as it is an expensive choice. It definitely will run you over $150 worth of money. However, after putting this together, I do gotta say I am pleased with this. It is amazing. I gotta say it is beautiful. This thing is gorgeous. You can easily plug it in to charge it. I gotta say, guys, I am very well pleased. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead and thumbs up the video. Thumbs it down if you hate it. Subscribe to see more content. Comment below if you made it this far in the video, and let me know what other content you'd like to see on my channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share my video with your friends and family. Thanks again, guys, so much for watching. Have an awesome one and be safe.